Hello everyone, this is Norma Woodcock speaking to you from Perth in Western Australia. I'd like to speak into the second Sunday of Advent, Year A, and the theme, Are You Angry at God? Isaiah in the first reading speaks of the time when the wolf and the lamb lie down together, the Messianic age to come. Romans speaks of hope. Hope springs from faith that God will fulfill the promises he has made to us. And in Matthew's Gospel, John the Baptist says, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is close at hand." It's very hard to hope when we are angry at God. People seem surprised when I bring this up in public presentations. But sometimes we do have unforgiveness towards God. We just have never pinpointed it before, never really acknowledged it before. It may be something that's buried deep down in our heart, and the focus today and the focus last week was about getting rid of any blockages, and unforgiveness is one of the greatest blockages to the spiritual journey, the spiritual life, spiritual fulfillment. So we may have unforgiveness towards God, maybe unforgiveness towards God because our prayers haven't been answered, maybe unforgiveness towards God because of the circumstances of our life, childhood things that went wrong, health loss, financial loss, relationship loss. I remember one lady was so angry at God because she had prayed and prayed and prayed that her marriage would come together and that her husband would want to be with her instead of wanting to be with this other woman that he had found. And she was so angry at God. So many people angry at God. What they do then is they follow religious practices, but they don't want any intimacy with God. It's like they will do what they feel they need to do, but they won't let God too close. And yet, I need to share from my own life. I was very angry at God too. When I realised how severely I had been abused as a little girl, I can remember in a house that I lived in at the time, in my imagination, closing my eyes and with a baseball bat smashing everything that was in that lounge room, television and everything. It was all lying in pieces on the ground in my imagination. That's how angry I was. But I want to share with you a wonderful moment in that imaginative meditation that put me on the right path towards intimacy with God and intimacy with Jesus and intimacy through the power of their Spirit. When I had smashed everything in this room in my imagination, suddenly I had this image of Jesus standing in the middle of the mess and his hands were like this. And he looked around at the broken pieces everywhere, and this is what he said to me, and this is what I believe he's saying to many people today. This is your life. Accept it, and I will make it all right. And so I had a path forward. I didn't understand the mystery of suffering, the mystery of all the bad things that can happen to good people. I didn't understand. It was a mystery. And without wanting to find answers for everything, I had to choose to accept it. That's the way it was, and that Jesus would make it all right. And he has. We don't need to have answers for everything. One day all will be explained to us. One day we will see clearly, and we will know as we are known, for we will see him as he really is. But meanwhile on this journey, we are asked to accept, we are asked to believe, we are asked to have hope, we are asked to look forward to a wonderful future, and the Messianic age to come will be the most glorious of all glories. So I guess my question today is, are you angry at God? Can you acknowledge that? Can you come to a place where you can go, I do not understand, but I choose to accept and I choose to allow God to make it all right. And not try to make sense of something that you cannot make sense of anyway. So God bless you, and may it be a good week, and I look forward to meeting you again next week. Thank you.